Now, which editor will I use then? I will use Visual Studio Code. You can get it from code.visualstudio.com. It's a free IDE, which also has an extension that provides awesome Flutter support. You can download it from that page, and it will automatically give you the right version for your operating system. And you can simply walk through the installer. It's pretty straightforward, nothing special about it. Simply install the IDE on your machine. Now, once you did install it in your favorite location, you can start it. And in the IDE, you can then click Open Folder or choose the Open option from the File menu in the top left corner and simply choose that first _app folder you created. Now, this is your Flutter app. And in order to be able to work with that really well, we should add a so-called extension. So a plugin we can add to that IDE to add extra functionalities. You can install extensions by clicking on this icon on the left or selecting View Extensions in the menu at the top. And there simply search for Flutter. Install that extension you find here. It's the official Flutter extension. And it will also install the Dart extension together with it, because that will be a dependency. And once it is installed, you just need to restart the IDE to have that installed. Now, I will use one extra extension throughout the course, and that's the material icon theme that is not related to Flutter development. I just like the icon look I get with it. It's totally optional. I just want to show it here so that you don't wonder why my icons look different than the default icons. Once you install that, if you want it, you again can reload the IDE. And with that, we can finally make a change to our Flutter code after I activated that new theme. You can see your Flutter code in the lib folder of the project you opened. And there in the main.dart file, you see the code which is responsible for the app which is currently running on the emulator. There, search the increment counter, the _increment counter method, and in set state, change _counter ++ to _counter equals _counter +2. This should ensure that we actually increase the counter by 2 every time we hit the plus, not by 1 anymore. With that change made, go back to the command prompt and make sure that the Flutter run process is still running. Don't quit it. You could quit it with Ctrl+C, but as long as you are developing, you should keep it running, because then you can hit R with that process running to hot reload your app, which means the changes you added are pushed into the app without the need for it to rebuild. Now, sometimes this fails. Then you can press Shift-R to do a full reload and a full rebuild. And you can quit that process with Ctrl+C if you're done with development for the day. So I pressed R, and if I go back to my emulator here, you can see that I can now increment by 2 instead of 1. And this is our first little change. We will do much more, of course, but this is our Windows setup finished. Was quite a lot of work, but now we are prepared to continue and dive much deeper into Flutter, of course.